Hallo Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung und wir sitzen hier nochmal mit einem Spiel von Grey Fox Games. Jetzt allerdings ein ganz anderes Thema, ein ganz anderes Setting. It's London Dread.
Yeah.
Ja, wir haben es auf der Cron schon mal gesehen. Wer also unsere Videos fleißig gesehen hat, ist da vielleicht schon mal drauf aufmerksam geworden. Und deswegen haben wir ihn jetzt auch hierher eingeladen, um bei uns im Livestream sein London Dread nochmal zu präsentieren. Hi, thanks for showing up and thanks for bringing London Dread to Spiel and to our live stream.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? Well, London Dread is a cooperative programming game set in an uncanny variant of Victorian London. So it plays from 2 to 4 players, and you play together as a team and try to beat the antagonist of a particular story. The game comes with 4 stories, and they offers them a lot of replayability, so that, you can play them multiple times. But the goal is the investigators must unite and defeat whatever the antagonist of the story is. And the game can be broken down into 3 phases. First, we have the programming phase, and that's where we use these action clocks.
In real time.
In real time, that's true. We have 12 minutes as a team to be flipping over cards over here because what we're looking for are these cards called plot cards. Every time we find one of these plot cards,
It's good.
it's very good. We take the top card here from the story deck, and
So every plot card helps us to continue with the story.
We have to find all the 5 plot cards for this particular story.
To get to the antagonist.
Exactly. So if we fail to do that, the trail runs cold and we lose the game. So that's one thing we have to do. We have to find all these cards, and they are scattered out there somewhere. We don't know where, but we know there's at least 1 plot card in each area.
So, and how do we do that? So every player got his own
Yes. So what
clock, or
every player has his own programming clock. So what we will be doing is we will be looking for these cards. Also, we want to flip cards because, as you can see, 2 skulls here on the card.
Yes.
It means that at the end of the 12 minutes, any card we did not flip will give us 2 dread. So, and dread is bad. We don't
Dread is
want
bad.
that. Yeah.
It's
So,
one more
yeah,
possibility to lose the game when
Exactly.
we got too much.
In the end game, we need to roll some dice to defeat this antagonist, and the higher this track has climbed, the more difficult it will get.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So it comes down to when we defeat or battle this antagonist in the end, we need to roll as few successes as possible, have as many good items as possible. So what we'll be doing here is we'll be looking for these plot cards, but we will also be flipping over other cards. And remember, it was 2 dread when the card is face down.
Now it's 4.
All of a sudden we see more skulls on the card. So
That's right here.
it's dangerous to flip over cards. But the good thing about it is that we can now get rid of these cards. We can investigate them. And
we should.
we should. We definitely should, because otherwise we already have 7 dread if we leave these 2 cards out here. And so what we do is that we show up to do these investigations. And we do that by programming our characters. So the first part of the game, like I said, is a programming. That's where we plan this out. We flip the cards and we program our characters. Then we move on to the second part of the game, the story phase, where we actually go through these programations and see, okay, how does it play
the
out?
programming is like, okay, at 8 o'clock I want to go north.
Yes, exactly. And the way you
go.
go north is you take one of these number tokens and this little arrow and a compass here in your action clock. You simply put it in your clock and say, okay, at 6 a.m. I want to move north. And then I want to do...
Who comes with me?
Yeah, who comes with me?
I need help.
I need help.
I can't defeat this card by my own because we need these symbols to get rid of it.
Yes.
And
so for every symbol you bring, it's pretty simple. For every symbol you bring on your character sheet, you bring 1 point towards that investigation. And we simply need to bring 4 points. So this guy here, Jack Murphy, the criminal, he brings strength and guile. The snake.
So it's good. We need a snake, so he can help.
And he brings also a wild
random,
so he will bring 2 points. So we need to find a teammate that will also bring 2 points, and then they can do it together.
So we both together can do it because you have them.
Exactly. So you could also place an arrow and go to the north, and the 2 of us would need to do investigation number 3.
So normally we will plan all. We have 12 minutes to set up the whole program clock.
Yes.
But after that, now it would be Yeah, we would resolve it.
We would go into the story mode, and then people would actually start moving around the table and going to this investigation.
Yeah.
And when you deal with this investigation, it goes into your investigation deck.
And that's good.
Building clues, and we learn something valuable. Maybe we're boosted by our success, and we can use this deck to shuffle it up and draw it and add it to our stat lines whenever we need more icons. Just one thing I want to mention before is we have these dread cards. These are pretty easy. Either we deal with them or we don't. And then we have the plot cards, and that's where it's get more interesting, where we start rolling dice. And I just want to pick out those real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. And you also, man muss außerdem aufpassen, weil man hat nicht unbegrenzt von diesen Plättchen mit den Zahlen. You also have to pay attention because you have just these.
That's very true.
These tiles.
Yeah, but when you go to the plot investigations, a number of things happen. For example, you shuffle your personality deck here, so something from your backstory comes up.
Okay.
You see sometimes this lady of the night here, she's not very strong, but she grew up in a bar, so she can also be strong when she needs to. Okay. So the characters may pick out different icons, or their personal trauma may come up, and
that's not good.
And that's not good. You don't want that to happen.
So maybe you're a drinker and
something, yeah. And then that's where you roll the trauma die. But otherwise, for each point you bring for these investigations, you roll dice, and what you want to roll are a number of successes, and those successes you roll correspond to an outcome of these plot cards.
So we need,
in this case, we need 3
a lot
or
of
more
dice to roll, to have the chance
Exactly.
to roll success, to have the chance to defeat.
And we resolve whatever the outcome is, and then we flip the card, and there's a storyline. There's an introduction story here, and then there's a little story snippet that corresponds to whatever we roll.
So it's a real story.
It's a real story, of course, yeah. And the game also comes with a story guide, and which is also exists in an app that does the storytelling for you, where you can listen to the story.
And counts the time, and
yeah, exactly. So there's a lot going on in this game.
Yeah, but
basically, it's an immersive story game where you play these 3 phases, where you program what you want to do, and then you see how the story actually plays out. And in that unfoldment of the story, you have choices to make. You have
cool. It's some space alert, but combined with another phase where I can react, where I can do stuff, and here, come with me.
We usually say it's
cool
like
theme.
Imagine Space Alert meeting Arkham Horror. It's sort of like
Space Alert meeting Arkham Horror.
Yeah.
If we only got 10 seconds, we would pitch it like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Really cool. Thank you so much for your time, for showing up. Yeah. Eine Frage aus dem Chat. Will there be a German version of it?
Hopefully, but I mean, ultimately that's not up to us. That's Grey Fox Games who are publishing the game who will decide that. But I hope there will be one in German.
Für alle, die nicht warten wollen oder mögen, es ist natürlich hier auf der Spiel erhältlich am Stand von Grey Fox Games. You can buy it at the booth of Grey Fox Games,
yes.
The English version. You know the price?
It's 55 euros.
55 euros, Grey Fox Games Hall 7.
Yeah, and it comes with an awesome promo pack of 6 personal items. We actually included them here. That each character will get a personal item.
So the personal items are promo special here at Spiel.
Yes.
So if you don't want to wait for the English version, hurry up.